If bag striping created a too bright of effect for you, I'm going to show you a more softer, subtle technique called spatula striping. Rather than using straight icing color, we're going to use colored buttercream to create a really pretty color contrast in your decorating. I've prepared two different colors of buttercream. One's your accent color and one's your base color. You don't need quite as much of the accent color because we're just going to be using it to stripe the inside of the bag. I'm using a 12-inch decorator bag fitted with a 1M tip. And I'm going to go ahead and fold back the bag here just a little bit. So I'm cupping my bag so I can go ahead and get in here a little easier. And I'm going to take my angled spatula, and my accent color is pink. I'm just going to go ahead and dip the spatula in here. And I'm going to smear a vertical stripe of icing right up the inside of the bag. I'm going to put it just a little bit more icing here inside so that I can make sure my stripe is pretty solid. It's actually just a smear right up the inside of the bag. So I need to go ahead and clean my spatula between icing colors because I want to make sure that they don't blend too much. And I'm going to take my base color and I'm going to very carefully fill this bag about half full without disturbing my pink icing too much. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and uncuff my bag and twist the back of it. And we're going to be squeezing the icing down just a little bit carefully. I'll go ahead and move these out of the way because we're going to need to get the icing color going. It's going to take a few squeezes to start seeing the color. So let's get started with that. Oh wow, it's coming straight out. Now I'm going to show you how to pipe a cupcake swirl with this really pretty colors. It turned out so pretty. I love this pink and orange combination. Now I want to tell you a little bit about how this color technique can add some really gorgeous contrast to any of the petals you might pipe. Spatula striping is used a lot for piping flowers, especially for piping petals because you can create some really pretty color effects. I'm going to show you how this looks using a tip 104. Since it has a wide end and a narrow end, depending on where you place the color stripe, you can create a different look. You can see that the pink line of icing lines up the wide end of the petal, which means when we pipe, it's going to be on the center of the flower and sort of bursting out towards the edges. If the line of icing lines up with the thin side of your petal tip, the edges or the tips of your petals are going to have a really pretty pink color effect. So I'm going to show you how to do this with the pink on the narrow edge of the tip, and you can see how the outer edge of my petal is really pretty pink. To make flowers like this, I have more information in our basic petal video. This creates such a pretty subtle petal effect. Remove that and put it on my cake circle. Now I'm going to show you how to use the icing striped down towards the wide end of the bag, which is going to create the color from the inside. With the pink lined up with the wide end of the tip, you can see how pretty this is. It's creating a nice color burst on the middle of the flower. It's so pretty. It looks so much like an apple blossom with like a little star in the middle of the flower. Spatula striping creates a really cool effect on your cupcakes and also really, really pretty effects on your piped flowers.